Splendid, welcome back everybody to Watch Dogs Legion. We are here near the entrance. Is this the entrance? For the safe hours, near for our first real mission, I assume. Hello? Are you Dalton? Sorry, I know. Oh my god, sorry. I want to scan you.
What's your problem?
Why can I not scan him? It looks like I'm about to scan. Maybe I'm not able to do
I've
this yet.
downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
That is about what I was expecting. Can't be too careful in times like this.
Hold L1 on a locked object. Okay. Ah! Use L1 to rotate north? What? Huh? Use L1 to rotate... Where? Okay. Ah, gotcha. Interesting. Got it right? Ah, no, there's one left here on the floor. We're so confused because we didn't see any looks at first.
One of Sabine's, are you?
But it's just everywhere.
I'll see you downstairs later then.
Okay, I'm in. Should I maybe close the door first? You can't be careful enough? Okay, never mind. Let's activate the secret door while the
Now
other
let's see
door's
what we have.
still open. Sure. Doing this overcomplicated lock puzzle just to keep the fucking door open. Never mind. Didn't happen. We're in. Like a real hacker. We're in. Ooh. Christ. Pardon, have you seen our region
Hello?
out?
Must be a way to get the power back on.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to look around first. How do I run again? Not here. Ah, over here.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse, they didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom's surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work. Or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
That was one of the least natural conversations, dialogues, whatever you want to call it, I've ever heard in a video game. That was not good. Let's go for the next one.
From the Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona or Bayern Munich. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
Oh. Sorry. Okay, this is the audios I picked up. Ah, okay, interesting. Floppy disk. New Skies was a game released by the London-based... I'm sorry, okay, let me read it first. New Skies was a game released by the London-based Play Software in 1989. A first-person arcade adventure, it tells the story of a soldier taking part in a human invasion of Mars. The player is tasked with crushing a resistance movement by destroying secret alien weapon caches, propaganda materials, and Martian commanders. It was a dismal failure. Play Software was liquidated, and its CEO began a new career in government intelligence, where he found his ideas were much better received. Do you guys continue your conversation now? I really didn't want to interrupt you. Do we have to listen to it from the beginning? Okay, because I'm sorry guys, like your sound thingies here so far are horrible. The first one was absolutely atrocious. It was horribly written. It was so on the nose. It was so unnatural. And the second one, oh god, here goes another one.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Sky Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her. And we only really see her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
And I think that what Sky Larson's done with Bagley is absolutely incredible. Bagley is the most advanced, significant AI of our time, and it's really blown all the other AIs that were created out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine the optic without it. But what do you know about Sky Larson herself?
Not a lot, other than that she's actually pretty incredible. I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been a pretty private person. I know that she supposedly grew up in the countryside, but there isn't actually that much more we know about her other than this tech that she's put out into the world.
I've always found it a bit creepy that she's so obsessed with this idea of transhumanism.
Why wouldn't you be when you've got a mind as amazing as Sky's? Why wouldn't...
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Oh my god, I cringe, and it really takes a lot for me to cringe. As soon as I get a feeling they get so stupid, too stupid, I will interrupt them from now on.
Welcome back to The Upload. In this
It's stupid, also
episode,
boring.
we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London.
Okay.
And every time it's been rolled out,
time
it's
do
been
we
pretty
have?
much an
What year do we
unmitigated
have for this game?
disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London.
Bloom are the
It's
bad
always been a
guys.
communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad, though. It's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was
What?
meant to make
Definitely
things
not
better,
me.
but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your
Okay, it's
movements
still too long, my boy. It's still too long. What do we have here? Music.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Bloom so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
Okay, also boring. Wow, this is you again.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls at the Signal and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SIRS. Why not? They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. They probably know that you're listening to this show right now. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organization that uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech. Instead, we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. And as usual, we'll keep everyone's names and locations secret,
that, right,
so
SIRS?
SIRS doesn't come looking for them. Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist states. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is the power structures and the profit that lies behind this. For example, if we examine what actually happened, you know, there's a
Whew! Oh, brother. I hope this is not going to be a big part. I mean, I can just ignore them. And like I said, I will definitely do this in the future. They are way too long. I mean, I can imagine that they're giving me all this little bits of information right now. For newbies, maybe also. To explain the background of the story, like all the background information. But this is not how you do that. Especially not at the beginning of a game. Like, let me explore, let me discover the world by discovering the world, not by giving me like what 5, 6, 7 different audio horrible written, I'm sorry, but horribly written podcast parts that are way too long and way too boring. No, I'm sorry, Watch Dogs Legion, I'm still open-minded. We are gonna do this. But this is really not how you let a player, how you invite a player to explore your world and the story behind it. This is probably the worst way to do it. Oof. Okay, we put this aside. Can I tore some shit up now? Can I be really resistant
No DedSec
now?
registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Enough. I have clearance from Sabine.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission
Definitely
for a few
not
months.
stolen.
Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you
that's
could
funny.
possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Barkley is funny. It's really the podcasts. They were so, especially that one, Jesus Christ, where they were talking about the inventor of Bagley, if I got this right. I don't know, it was so boring, I zoned out several times. But this one guy, why wouldn't you? If you had such an amazing mind like her, like, Jesus Christ, can you simp even more? About the person I don't know? And I don't even know if she's worth simping over? Ah, that was the worst one. What do we have here?
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference.
This is also, I'm sorry, I know you, again, this is one of the reasons why this is such a horrible way to explain the world to your player, because you have to. Everything you're talking about is it goes without saying for everyone in this world, technically. Officially, but not for the player, so you have to explain it to the player, and everyone is like, as you already know, but in case you forgot, and then it's explaining it to you. This is horrible!
But we haven't heard too much about that since,
At least
due
it's
to
so
the
bad
dramatic
that it's
events
funny.
there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything.
I can't
It lets
run,
you
so
see things in
as long
AR.
as
You
we're
no
working
longer
a
need a
little bit.
smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
The public thinks DedSec was behind the bombings. So who set them up?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline, but from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Oh, okay, I'm not supposed to go through here. Okay, never mind. Can I not run? Or did I forgot how to run? I'm not sure. But okay, here we go.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley, God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Definitely synchronized. How did you get out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
And that goes for anyone who joins DedSec. I would like to have, but you're asking me to put everything on the line.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this.
No, I forgot his name.
London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you.
She's talking
What do you
to
say?
me.
You're right. I'm in. Let's get to work.
Excellent.
convinced.
New user registered. Welcome to DedSec.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find
Where are we
equipment
going?
around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
A pistol. Oh, tech upgrade. Tech points. Tech points, the green little symbol, can be found throughout London. Use them to purchase tech upgrades. Gadgets and weapons. Purchase tech and attack menu to obtain and upgrade gadgets, weapons, and hacks. Equip tech. To change an operator's weapon or gadget, use the edit function in the team menu. Purchase tech is available to all operators. Okay, that's cool. To open the tech menu. Ah, this is new. I could buy the spider. What is it? Ah, okay, this is upgrading. Wait, these are hacks and these are weapons? No, this seems a little confusing. Our eye cloak. Camouflage to render the wearer invisible to break line of sight. Ah, okay, interesting. A stealth-based spider bird capable of performing non-lethal takedowns. Go with you. The spider was okay, but let's go with something I don't know yet. Ah, there's my team. Can I already switch? I would like to get the lady with the shotgun. Okay, interesting. I think it makes more sense if I stick with her, maybe for like our first mission with Claire. And I don't think it's the Claire we heard earlier. She had a different name. And I can't even remember what the Claire in the beginning was. What her whole opinion was. It's a different Claire. Okay, I did what you wanted me to do. Equip a new gadget. Ah, press open the team menu to edit operative loadouts. Ah, okay, equip it. You want me to equip the camouflage thingy? Gotcha. How do I use it? Is this an extra?
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
What? I look like a fitness instructor. What the hell? What is this? Data drive. We already have that one. No, data drive. Data drive, like, yeah, here are all my so interesting sound pieces. Yeah, okay, I know that. Oh, okay, because I went to the store. I wanted to go over here. I don't want to go to your store. I don't want to be connected to the internet while I'm playing you because you're acting weird then. Okay, shop. I like shopping. Let's do this. Do we even have money? I have money. Fantastic. I can change your hair, but it costs me money as well. Okay, we don't do this then. 250 for nail polish. This is a little exaggerated. He wanted me to get a mask in the first place, right? Are there other
You've
shops?
got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, We tried to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
This one looks weird on her. We go with that one for now. Yeah, I know, I have to go to the pub on her. I listened, I heard. Okay, now I'm starting to understand. Okay. What was the deal here? Do I even have money? Everything was very expensive here. And I'm poor. Maybe different shoes. Maybe different glasses. Okay, never mind about the glasses. It doesn't necessarily look better than what you're already wearing. Okay, here, you get some new shoes. Now I'm ready to talk to the pub owner, I guess. And to the boxing ring. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was only listening with half an ear. I thought I have to talk to the pub owner. Do you meet her in the box ring? Woo. At least now I can go through here.
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Oh, okay, more tutorial. Because we're not... okay, yeah, I really was only listening with half an ear because I was still shopping. No weapons, so we have to be able to...
Hit me.
Defend ourselves with our fists. Do I also block?
You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. You're getting it. Couldn't have done that better myself.
Okay.
Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance.
What? Press to counter a perfect dodge. Okay,
That's
when it's...
You're getting it.
When it's in slow-mo. Well, what other game is that? That reminds me. Was it also... Ah! Okay, I can dodge, but I can block. Finish her! There. Oh, she's okay. She's an hour, sorry. You're good, sorry. I kind of went into beast mode there for a second. Okay. I know how to box. I got these.
There's only one more skill you need to master. Socialization. The rest of your team has arrived. Why not go and have a chat?
Alright, as long as they're not as boring and badly written than the podcasts.
Welcome to the team. Yes, I'm so ready to help out the cause.
Happy to hear that. You're the one with the... You were one with the podcast. I think you would have podcasted, but you were the one with the shotgun. Right? Oh yeah, and you're my... probably favorite. Let's see.
Hello.
Isn't it a bit mad that we're just thrown right into the thick of things? No chance to warm up a little?
We can't afford to waste time anymore. London needs us.
You heard the lady.
Now that
Okay.
you're all as thick as cyber thieves, Sabine would like to talk to you.
Terrible ladies.
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
That's fine. But I want to take the fight directly to those taking advantage.
Albion's taken our home and turned it into a war zone, silencing anyone who dares stand up to them.
Not to mention those Clan Kelly pricks are escalating. The gangsters are running rampant.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
Let's unfuck London. Ready! Where's my first mission?
First order of business. The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
Okay. I've still forgot. Oh no, this is how I run. This is weird. What is this? Air 2. Okay. I was able to run the whole time, sorry. I just forgot the button. Would probably happen again. Alrighty! God, I'm not sure if I'm ready for our first mission. I don't have to. At least not on this episode. Because I will end this episode very soon. I just want to see where we are. Are we up there? In the pub again? After this loading screen? Yeah, there we go. Oh! Maybe not the best idea.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
DedSec chapter started. Squad kills. I represent DedSec now. Fantastic. This is Star reporting for duty. Hello. Ooh. What does their thumbs down mean? She's not safe to recruit. You have no thumb at all? I'm not sure about the thumbs down. This is actually interesting. Like, there are so many that you can scan every people and everyone, you know, has like information attached to them. I think this is just very interesting, and there was a car. Alright, guys, investigate Sarah's AR check. Where do we have to go for this? Interesting. New mission? Podcaster. Operative swap. Okay, you're hanging around here somewhere right now. Where's my other lady hanging around? We don't know. What is all these little symbols mean? Are these like side missions? Disrupt propaganda, probably. And what are you? What are you? Are you fast travel? What are you? No, you're attack point. Uniformed access. Okay. Public access. Okay, so there's some I can get. Okay, text file. Text file is good. I like reading. Just by the love of God. Oh, no. Audio log. But I see more text files than audio logs. What are you? What are you? ETO. I don't know what it stands for. Someone maybe explain it to me at what point, and I forgot it. I'm sorry. Okay, I see where text points. Reading is fine. Audio logs are not mine. And with this little rhyme, and as we all know, what rhymes is good and true and true and good, I will end the second episode. I'm still looking forward to it. Now that I know that we are done with the audio logs for the biggest part, at least I think there were still a few here. But I think that was a really clumsy way of the game, giving us some background information in the most clumsy and unfortunately boring way possible. We just forget about that. And next episode we really go head on, right in, saving London. Let's fuck London back. What did he say? Let's fuck for London. Whatever it was, we're going to do it in the next episode. For now, I really hope you enjoyed that one and you will be back for the next one. I will. See you there.